What's going on, Assassins? It's Dark Strider, and you guys know this story, but we're going to talk about it because this is just way too wild what's going on. So, as you guys know, Ubisoft started pulling out from a bunch of shows for Assassin's Creed Shadows. They avoided the Japan game show. They avoided a bunch of press releases and whatnot. They said they weren't doing any till further notice. A lot of people speculated that they were going to delay Assassin's Creed Shadows. I will admit I was like, no way. There's no way. It's Ubisoft. They release bugs all the time. They release buggy products. It is what it is. But what's going on? They all of a sudden decided, yes, they were going to actually delay the game. They're delaying it for 3 months. The message that they say, they have, dear players, Assassin's Creed Shadows is a dream project for us, finally bringing the series to feudal Japan with many features developed with our community in mind, such as parkour or the renewed stealth brought by new technology, all set in a beautiful and immersive world. This is an ambitious addition to the franchise, a rich experience that can be lived through the eyes of 2 unique protagonists, but we realize we need more time to polish and refine the experience, pushing forward some of our key features. Now, that paragraph alone, let's dissect it. They're saying that they had to polish it more. You waited till like what, a month, 2 months before release, and then you pushed it back another 3? That's pretty wild. I don't know. If you knew these bugs were in there, you should have automatically have already been reviewing and repairing as you're going along, knowing darn well that you were going to release November 15th 12th with pre-orders. Speaking of which, here's what they said about that. Before we get to that, they say, as such, we've made the decision to postpone the release date to February 14th, 2025. The game will release on a broad range of platforms, including Steam, at launch. Additionally, pre-orders will be refunded, and all future pre-orders will be granted the first expansion for free. So, this is actually kind of wild. What they're doing is refunding everybody. So, even if you guys ordered the Questioning My Life Choices edition with all the bells, whistles, maps, the statue of Noe's butt and, Yasuke's freaking biceps and stuff like that. Like the whole thing, they're refunding that to you. So now, I don't know if you could just pre-order or if they're going to open up pre-orders again at a later date. But in doing so, you're going to end up getting for free the very first mission. Now, that's not that little side mission, that dog thing or whatever. It's going to be the first full DLC, apparently. So, to me, that's pretty wild. Now, this news did not go over well with fans. It went over even worse with investors. You know how well it went? It was like a fart in the middle of church. Dead quiet. Everybody knows you did it. It's disgusting. Everybody's looking at you like you have a problem. That's how it went down. That is absolutely phenomenal. It was so bad that the stock price dropped. It was going up. It was at $255. Then it went up to $285. Now it's back down to $225. I'm estimating by the middle of next week or even the end of next week that we're going to see it go under $1. It's definitely going to be going under $2, possibly by the end of this week, but more than likely it'll keep dropping. But why do you mention stock prices, I hear you say? You know why? Because that is what the investors want. They want to make money. So I told you guys, I reported before that there are investors that are accusing the CEO, Yves Guillemot, that he is actually trying to purposely tank the stock. Once it gets really low, he's going to invest mega bucks into it. And then when Assassin's Creed Shadows comes out, it will be the savior. The stock will go back up. This investor actually believes that the stocks should be worth 40 to 50 euros, which, let me tell you, if they turn it around like that and the stock jumps up that high, man, do you know how much money that guy's going to be making if that's his plan? Now, again, I don't know that that's his plan. And again, this is not legal advice, or not legal advice, but financial advice. I'm just telling you what they thought the plan would be and what the results of that would be. It's actually pretty phenomenal. Now, they went on. First of all, they were ignoring a bunch of people who were reaching out for information. They were reaching out for comment. They wanted to know, because they were kind of cryptic. They says, we're delaying it due to various circumstances. So a lot of you actually did believe that those various circumstances were a little shady and underhanded, that they weren't actually anything technical. So I actually put out a poll and I said, why did they delay this? And 16% of you said they caught hella bugs early. 5% of you said to fix the revisionism issues. 60% said they're hiding until the controversy dies down. 17% of you said fear of the ghost of Yotai, which is going to be coming out. And 2% of you said something else, and you named it. And it was basically like, standard issue, like, hey, look, they're trying to fix this and whatnot. They're trying to repair this. They realize their mistake. Now, I don't know that this is all about bugs. It might be that they are trying to kind of work through a couple of the issues that they believe are in the game. As far as revisionism and things like that, they want to get rid of all the agenda stuff, even though Yves Guillemot came out today and said that they are not pushing an agenda, that they don't have an agenda. There are no agendas. Let me tell you something. That's not what we see. Obviously, we're not stupid. The players are not stupid. The community is not stupid. I do kind of feel like they're pushing agendas, especially if you have Sweet Baby Inc. in your corner. You know they have an agenda, so they make their agenda your agenda, which is problematic. That's a discussion for another video. But as far as this goes, this is actually pretty phenomenal. Now, the other thing is they had come out and they said that they were worried because of the abysmal sales of Star Wars Outlaws. Now, Star Wars Outlaws, I gotta admit, everybody, I am struggling to play through it. Now I'm enjoying it a little more. I'm on Tatooine, and I seen the Jawa Cybertruck, and we're gonna go to Jabba's palace. That's the point that I'm at now, and it's pretty wild. It's actually semi-exciting because it's nostalgic, because I'm seeing a lot of actual characters that I recognize from the movies and the shows. But the game itself, the stealth is broken. I mean, if you could be the other side of the room and the enemy will spot you. You could be anywhere and the enemy will spot you. And depending on how quick you move out of there, it's how quick you avoid it. There are the same missions over and over again. There's a shootout mission. There's a fetch mission. There is a stealth mission. And to me, it's just repetitive and boring. And I know a lot of people did not like the way that the main character looks. I didn't care about it because I'm more focused on playing the game and stuff like that than looking at the character. But the sales for that were so bad and they're attributing Shadows to that. So I don't know if 3 months, 5 months now, is going to be enough time for them to fix all of the details. All right? It's so bad, in fact, that Star Wars Outlaws, that team is actually going to fix the game, and they are going to give free DLC for Star Wars Outlaws, which I think is just crazy. It's crazy that they're doing that. But it's nice to see that Ubisoft is making good on their bad decisions. At least we're getting stuff for free, especially if we have to have a delay. Now, the wild thing is, this has been an ongoing thing where the quality drops, nobody is paying attention, they're not listening to the players, they're not listening to our complaints. They right away patch the game as soon as I find some sort of glitch that gives you infinite money, infinite XP, you're invincible, you could do whatever. They'll fix those glitches, and they'll also fix anything that benefits the player. But when it comes to benefiting them, that's where they don't even bother. If the game is busted, Valhalla is still broken to this day. It's not as broken as when it first came out, but there are people that still complain that they cannot complete the game. They can't complete the last mission. They give up. They're not going to go through the entire game again just to get to the end. It's nonsense. So what's going on with Shadows is they're trying to avoid that, or so they say. I don't know. I kind of feel like what they're doing is damage control, because they have been self-reporting every step of the way since we saw the cinematic trailer. They've been just self-reporting. They've been, putting out apologies. They've been doing all these other weird things and whatnot. It's wild. It's just absolutely wild. So I don't know if they're actually fixing bugs or if they're doing some last-minute tweaks trying to fix the game, the things that people have been complaining about. And maybe, just maybe, we'll get a game that's pretty solid. Neon Matt, in fact, had suggested maybe they're going to leave Noe in and remove Yasuke and have Yasuke just as a backup or support character, which I don't know that they would have time to do that. Maybe. I don't know. What I do know is that if they are trying to fix all that stuff, this is going to be the epitome of crunch, because they're going to be working late nights. They're going to be working pulling all-nighters, 24-hour sessions and whatnot, weekends, trying to get this game going, because this game is supposed to be the savior. Now, they're putting it out on Valentine's Day of 2025. We know Ghost of Yotei is coming out in 2025, and they definitely have to get this game out before that game comes out, because even though that game, there's a lot of controversy behind that game as well, and we'll talk about that in another video. Even though there's a lot of controversy behind that, still, people are, as I thought, comparing it to Assassin's Creed Shadows, saying this is the real samurai game, saying this is what I want to play, not Shadows. Shadows is going to be afraid of this. Ubisoft is scared of this game. And that may all be well and true. But what's really true is that these guys have been making mistakes. It's getting scary. The number one mistake they made was bringing Sweet Baby Inc. on. It's okay to have a diverse game. It's okay to have diversity. It's okay to have inclusion. It is not okay to shove that down your throat. If they're doing it naturally, it just happens, it's progressive and everything, then that's fine, If I just happen to find out that this character is gay or whatever, oh, okay, that's something I didn't really realize initially, but okay, that's cool. and you choose whether or not you want to go with that or not, you know? But when they force it, when they tell you, you have to do this, you have to play it this way, you have to have this level of involvement, that's not going to work. People are going to push back against that, you know, and it happens both ways, regardless of what, you know, what culture war or political side you are on. Either way, if you force ideals, again, from both sides of the aisle, if you force an ideal onto somebody else, you're going to get pushback. Especially if it's something they're not used to or they're a little iffy on, you know? If you want to push your ideal, you want to educate that person. You want that person comfortable with what you're presenting. And then it's up to them whether they accept it or not. If they don't accept it, they don't accept it. That's it. Case closed. Okay. Thank you for your time. Don't force it. And that's what's going on with Sweet Baby Inc. Now, some of it is subtle because some of these games that are coming out really don't have, they have the DEI and they have the diversity and everything that some of you hate, but they do it subtly. They don't force it. They do it subtly. So you're enjoying the game and you're not thinking, oh my God, this whole thing is whatever. You know? That's what they got to do. And I think that a lot of the revisionism and the forced ideals and ideology, I think that's what they're going to be removing. I could be wrong. There may actually be bugs. Possibly. We'll have to see. I did not know Ubisoft to actually delay a game over bugs. Although, again, that's always a good thing. If it is bugs, it's always better to delay it and we get a good game. Look at what happened with Cyberpunk 2077. Look at what happened with Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Valhalla was so afraid of Cyberpunk 2077 that they released Valhalla early. And what a mess that was. So, if they do have bugs and they are seeing these bugs and they are Valhalla bad bugs, then I could see them doing this repair. But I don't know. I kind of feel like they've been self-reporting and now they back themselves into a corner. They think nobody's going to buy this game. Look at what happened to Star Wars Outlaws. We got to fix this game and present it brand new before somebody catches on and decides we're not going to buy this game. Their stock is tanking. They need to get that money back. They need to appease the investors. Otherwise, those investors may pull their money out. I don't know if they're going to pull it out at a loss. But it is a problematic situation for Ubisoft, and they better fix this quick. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, I'm going to turn it over to you guys. What do you think? And again, I'm sorry this was so long, but this was a wild topic. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that they purposely are removing some of the stuff? They're removing bugs? Or do you think that they're removing some of their ideology and their agenda that they were pushing initially? Do you think that Sweet Baby Inc. is a problem? Or do you think that they do have a place in gaming? At least some sort of consulting. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. Well, I know I have my ideas, but I want to hear yours. Anyway, that's all there is for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please make sure you like and subscribe. It helps this channel out an awful lot. As always, I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. And until next time, take care, be good, stay safe, take care of each other. I'll see you guys all in the next one.